Oh my God, hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Talk Better to Me. I am your host, Shahana, and today we're going to talk about some tools. I want to welcome everybody back to the show where data meets culture and creativity, and it all gets a digital glow up. So I'm your host, Shahana Muhammad, and today's episode is going to be all about three AI tools you can actually use this week. Not someday in the future, not when the robots take over, because we know they gonna do it. But literally this week. So if you've been side eyeing all these new tech drops, thinking, okay, cool, but how do I use this for my podcast, my classroom, or my business, my side hustle? Then this one is for you. So let's get into it. So tool number one is going to be TikTok Studio. Smart Flick and AI outline. So TikTok is wilding right now, right? With TikTok Studio. And they just dropped two new features, Smart Split and AI outline. So Split basically takes your long videos, like your podcast recordings or a blog or even your kids whatever. It just takes your video and automatically chops them into short form clips, ready for reels, shorts, and TikTok. And I'm not even talking like random cuts. It finds the best moments, centers the speaker, add, adds captions. It adds captions and even refrains for vertical. Now, there's another tool called Opus Clip, and that's one tool that I've used. And I use Opus Clip. And so this isn't like that. This isn't like that. While it does do the other things, this don't do that. And so this gets a little an extra plus for me. Then there's the AI outline. You type a prompt like episode about teamwork and kindness for adults. Spit out a quick video script, title, hashtag, and even your hook line, which we know that is like gold on TikTok. So basically, your social media intern is going to get replaced with AI, bro. That's the whole point. Like, using this technology to replace people is great and terrible. It's a great and terrible time. So again, I mean, this is a cool new addition to TikTok. I think it's a very efficient way to edit your long form videos without actually like taking it into a long form video editor like DaVinci or CapCut and going through and making clips. I hope y'all not doing that. In today's age, if you are, let me help you. Either Opus Clip or TikTok Studio. It will make life easier for you. So now so here's a quick tip. I wanna say before I wrap that up, always double check the captions and the pacing. Sometimes you can get a little mistype of a word, or you just need to you wanna double check. AI cuts can miss emotional beats, but overall it is a game changer. It's like I said, it's a very efficient way to create short form content from your long videos. Now, the second tool is Canva and Affinity. It is a free pro design suite. So Canva just pulled off a very powerful move. They acquired Affinity and then they dropped the paywall. As they should. Let me tell you something. A lot of these AI tools and platforms, they're charging so much money. And it's really like overpriced and under delivering. It's underwhelming, especially when you have platforms like a Descript or a TikTok Studio, for example. Let me just use those two. And you're charging large amounts of money, or even just charging like $30 when I can go and I'm paying for Canva, which is super cheap. And then they have this tool already baked in. instead of paying for multiple platforms, it's like, please, I'm not gonna pay all this money for all of this stuff. So that means now you have pro level photo editing, layout design, and vector tools at your fingertips without that monthly Adobe tax. That's what I'm talking about. And here's the thing. Canva's AI features are baked into Canva's platform. So you can, I'm team, if you're an entrepreneur and you need to create logos, you can really use ChatGPT, honestly. But sometimes you may have typos. If you have ChatGPT create a logo and stuff for you. So it is good to be able to still design your logos, and Canva is a great platform to do that if you're not a graphic designer, but you still need, maybe even just not logos, but if you need, quality letterheads, anything with your logo or branding on it, Canva is a really great tool if you're not a graphic designer because of their drag and drop features. So you can drag and drop in your image, type, make this more cinematic. And this is Canva's AI feature I'm talking about. And it'll generate a layout and or suggest color palettes instantly. So the cool thing with that is that you're working in tandem with the AI and Canvas platform. So like I said, if you know how to use Canvas platform and you're familiar with that platform already and you say, oh, I want to create something, but I do kind of need the AI's help, then it's good for that. And I do kind of find like, even when I work with ChatGPT, I do work with ChatGPT a lot. In this current time, I don't think that we're going to be in a time where ChatGPT is or any of these LLMs are going to struggle in the way that they're struggling to create certain things and or do certain things on their platform, because there's a race to create more intelligent technology that can deliver what we would deem or what these people that are creating these things would deem basic. It's basic to create a logo. Now ChatGPT can create whole apps and it does the coding and everything for you. So I think this is a small window where we're going to see these LLMs struggle to do logos and things like that. Like based off of the videos and things, just based off my research, a lot of the technology is being refined. And so if you still want to create and or, what I was saying is that I do find sometimes some things can be a little bit challenging. And so it's still good to have certain skills. So that way, if you need to go off and create on your own, you can. Okay, so here's the pro tip. Keep your templates consistent. If you're juggling multiple projects like I am, I use Canvas Brand Kit, which is, like I said, is really great. It helps you keep things in order and you know exactly what's what. And it also features your fonts and colors, and you can incorporate that into your brand kit, and it allows everything to stay cohesive. Canva and Affinity just made pro design free. And honestly, it's giving main character energy. I was very concerned about Canva, and like I said, I'm a personal fan of Canva. I've used Canva a lot in just my creation process for many different things, from building out logos to when I was trying to work on my cartoons and actually make the cartoons myself. I used Canva to make 2D cartoons. Like it's a very useful platform, honestly. Um, and I was wondering, how are they going to adapt in the coming change? That's really what it boils down to. How are you as a creative, as an entrepreneur, or as a person who may enjoy using AI from time to time in your day-to-day activities or in your life? How are you going to adjust? Because it's coming. And by 2027, everything is going to look different. Everything is going to look different. So, tool number three, 11 Labs, which is really cool. I like using 11 Labs for voiceover. And when I use that in some fun, cool projects that I've worked on the side, they have AI dubbing and voice translation. I'm chuckling, and I'm going to tell y'all why I'm chuckling in a little bit. So, 11 Labs just dropped an update that lets you translate your voice in your own voice to other languages. Oh my God. So imagine you record your podcast in English, right? And it instantly gives you Spanish or a French version where your tone, pacing, inflection, emotion, it all stays exactly the same. It's like you speaking Spanish or you speaking French. Crazy. So this means your show, your brand, or whatever it is you're working on can literally go global overnight, which is insane. Podcasters can tap into new audiences. Filmmakers can dub their trailers without hiring extra voices. Yo, I get so excited about this kind of stuff because I'm choosing to look on the bright side and not all of the doom and gloom that's connected to AI. Don't AI. I don't ignore the doom and gloom, but I definitely don't allow it to be my focus because again, you either adapt or you get lost in the sauce, and I think it's pointless to get lost in the sauce. Now, here's the one caveat. Here's the one thing that I have with 11 Labs, and not just 11 Labs, something to be mindful of with all of these AI platforms. When you are giving your voice or likeness, you allow yourself to now that said likeness, your voice, all of that stuff, you're giving that platform free reign to use your voice and likeness. So somebody else can use your voice and likeness. So just keep that in mind. And a lot of, I mean, they tell you on these platforms, but you know, who the hell is reading the fine print? Well, now you need to read the fine print because if you're not reading the fine print, your voice and likeness will be used maybe without your consent. So here's my advice when using 11 Labs and you're really trying to gauge a feel if you want to venture into other countries or into other locales where they speak different languages, start with short clips first. The technology is impressive, but it still needs a human ear for cultural nuance. So again, as I stated with other tools before or just AI in general, it's still very buggy. So we're not in a space where we can fully rely on AI just yet, but I know 1000% we will be in that space. We will be in that space where there will be, AI will be running a lot of the show. And if you're not adapting to the changes that are coming, it's not going to be a good look. So let's recap this week's lineup. You've got TikTok Studio for turning your long videos into social ready clips. Canva and Affinity for pro level design without paying a dime, because we like the free 99 for quality free 99, and 11 Labs for multilingual clone voice magic. Now here's three tools, three ways to make your life easier, your content stronger, and your creative reach a little bit bigger, starting today. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one, just one tool from the list and try it out this week. And tag me on social media. I am at on IG at Muhammad MOOOHUMMAD.XL. I want to see what you make. If you made it this far in the video, like, comment, and subscribe. One tool. Because I just want you to choose one tool and let me see how you do with it. If you love this episode, make sure to share it with somebody who's always saying, I don't have time to edit. AI just gave you your time back though. You choose. Listen, creativity is a muscle, but automation is the gem. You just have to show up and train for it. Until next time, this is Shahana signing off. Stay curious, stay creative, and as always, talk data to me.